Hello and welcome to Scoping Out Tools, and today I'm going to be looking at my destroyed pulley drive, and this is from my wood lathe. There is a series of videos of me trying to actually fix it, so this is now me just actually having a look to see what this actually is made of, and also have a look at all the little breaks in that as well. Let's go over to the microscope then. So I've got my image here, so this is where it's been broken and it's snapped there. So if I just zoom up, and the really interesting thing is I was expecting aluminium. If I jump here, I've got zinc. So and possibly the zinc metal, I am getting some like little structures. So you can actually see you've got these little balls type thing. If I just go up a little bit more, and let's just do a quick focus, and we'll just see what we can actually do. We're at about 10,000 times magnification. If I go to if I just grab my scale bar, so that's about 200 nanometers. So 200 millimeters, 60,000 nanometers is a hair. So you can see that we've got very tiny parts. Now, if I just switch and I'll have a look at the backscattered, we can actually see it's all pretty similar material here. What I'm looking for is seeing if there's any difference in the height, but we can start quite easily seeing how these parts are actually formed, and when I broke it, it's fractured. It's a brittle fracture. So again, I'm just moving around, having a little look. Let's jump to the reflected electron, which can sometimes make it a little bit easier to actually see a difference in structure. And yeah, so yeah, we can sort of see the little parts here. Right, so let's jump over to a different area. So I'm just going to zoom all the way out, jump over to this part where the pulley is actually broken. Okay, I've got the tooling marks, which was when I sort of was trying to force things, and you can see I've got some nice scratches here. So you can see how the scrape has been done here. You might find that if I switch to backscattered, because it was an iron tool, I might see if there is anything that makes me sort of see something else. Now these little droplet parts are likely going to be carbon contamination, so let's just have a little look at that. So I'm just going to do instant shot on that. No, so I might be at too high a mag to actually see it. So what I'm doing is I'm just trying a few different areas just to see, can I actually find maybe where I've actually done some tooling damage. And I'm not finding anything, so, but I suppose it wasn't a real scrape. Oh yeah, here's a nice bit of carbon maybe. Yeah, so here you go, you've got a big carbon peak here, which is that peak here. So watch as I click on it, rising up in that area. So you see how that rose up there? Whereas if I click on the zinc area, you can see it's the zinc area that has actually increased. So interesting enough. Right, okay, so let's switch back over and let's push the images secondary. So nice bit of fracture here, and I'm just gonna give it a quick focus. Okay, so how high can I go on this? I'm being quite lazy and just using my auto features. Yep, so here we are, we're at 11,000. Can we actually get much higher? Well, we start to lose features of what we can actually see on it. Let's just give it a try. This is 60,000. We'll probably stop seeing interesting things. Yeah, there's nothing there to really see at 50,000 times. Let's have a little look at some of these pores. So the porous structure, that's just over 500 nanometers, and that's at 65,000 that we can sort of see that. Let's just do a slow, and what I might do is I might just change the conditions in order for it to in order to see this a little bit easier. Okay, and we are back, and I am up at 60,000 times, having a look at some of the smaller particles. If I just come down, I'm just going to go fast just to make it easier. We can see it is got a more globular surface, and that's because I'm working at lower KVs, lower accelerating voltages. If I come out further, we can see the sort of like the structures, and if I just increase my mag here, and if I just keep going up and just give a bit of focus, this is about 13,000 times. So, and there's probably not too much extra information that I'm actually getting from this, based on oh yeah, you can see that that's obviously got a lot of organic there. So let me just have a little look at a different area. Okay, this might be a nice area for it. I'm 3,500 times mag. I've got my particles here. You can see there is actually some more like a liquidy type thing. It's not quite a liquid, it'll be more of an oil, but when I go up to the higher mags, I'm probably going to find that it redeposits. Just the nature of when you, yeah, so see how it starts getting cloudy very quickly. If I come down, you can see this splodge here. So what I might do is I might switch to the backscattered, and that way I might be able to actually avoid these splodges. Yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm looking around for really white parts. So this really white part. And just wait for my light to go off. Right, okay, so let's see if I can get a higher mag image out of this one. This is 37,000. No, this is 140,000. Bit too high for a lot of this stuff. Let's say 100,000. Let's go fast. It's not going to be a pretty image, but it's going to be 100,000. And then I'll just do a quick picture at 50,000. Just to finish up, that's about at 10,000 times magnification. Nothing extra information that I can find from it. It's a zinc material, which I'm surprised at. I thought it was going to be an aluminium alloy or something, but I suppose this is a zinc based pulley. So let's wrap this all up. Well, that was a bit of a surprise. I was expecting aluminium. It came out as zinc. So this is actually a cast zinc alloy. It looked to be actually pretty much pure zinc. There might have been some smaller parts. There was a tiny bit of aluminium that could be coming from the chamber. So I'm not 100% sure if it is 100% zinc or if it is some form of alloy. I think it is actually 100% zinc. There was a lot of carbon present, but I was trying to use WD-40, but there have been various oils, there's little bits of wood on it, so that all leads to the carbon contamination. That is it for the wood lathe pulley broken series. If you are interested in looking at me to look at other parts, feel free to comment below. There is a limit of what I can actually do, but at least give me some ideas and I'll see what I can do for you guys. Bye for now.